So for our first episode today, we're going to be doing some file system maintenance, mostly growing file systems that have started to fill up. All of these systems are hosted on Proxmox and they are running Debian 10. So we will start by looking at Zabbix here, and we can see, for example, this older problem. Fang. This is my Postgres database server. And it is running out of space for the Postgres database, so that is a problem. So let's start with that one. Go over to that server. And yes, we can see that is way too full. So let's find it. It is here under my Ukta server. Go to Fang. And now what we will do is we will go to hardware. And we can see the disks. Now, if we look at the disks on the machine, we see there's the base disk, 16 gigs for the root, and then we have 160 gigs for Postgres. Not big enough. So we're going to make that 200. So we need to figure out which one that is. You can see here the size, 16 gigs, 160 gigs. So I will click on that drive, resize disk, and I'm just going to make this 200. And this is an increment, so that's how much it's going to add. And now you can see it is a 200. However, if we look, it still shows as 160. So we need to resize the PV so it notices the difference. And you can see one volume was resized. If we run PVS again, it's now 200 with 40 gigs free. However, that did not solve my disk problem because we have not grown the file system. So we will run LV resize. And if we look at LV resize, there are two options we care about. First one is the -L. This allows us to give our new size in percentages, which is much easier to do for this. The other one we want is the resize FS option, because that will automatically grow it so we don't have to run the separate command. So LV resize, -R for resize, -L for the amount. I'm saying add with a plus 100% of the free space in the volume group, which is what that defaults to, which would be data VG, and this is the only one in there. And then I need to tell it which one to do. That one. And we go. And successfully resized. And if we look now, we can see there are 97 gigs. We have free space. And hopefully Zabbix will be happy. I don't remember the refresh on that, so it may take it a minute. We now have Zarak, which is also angry about its space. So let's go over there. Now, what is Zarak? Let's find it. It is here. And that is my next cloud server. Notice that I place in the notes what every server is because I cannot remember. I have too many servers. This also has 2 drives. And you can see the data drive is overly full. I don't think I need to add much here, so I'll probably just add 16 gigs to this one. Again, resize disk. Let's add 16 gigs. That's done. PV resize, dev std. It was resized. I can see there's now free space. %, free. And it is this file system. And now we are in happy times again. Now these were simple ones because we were only using the base volume here. If you look at the root disk, however, it's more complex. So let's look at this server, which is always running out of space because I didn't separate it out. And you can see here it's at 77%, so it's going to be a problem again. And you can see it's already like 200 gigs. This is my Plex server, and it is a monster. So let's find that one. There it is, Musica. Summary, as you can see, it is a Plex server. And here we only have the one disk, which is the root disk. So let's add 25 gigs to this one. 30. Let's make it 30. So it is resized. Now, if I look at this, I see it shows 200 still. However, if I run PV resize, you'll notice it did nothing. That is because under Proxmox, the root drive is set up partitioned. So we need parted. And we need to work on the base of the disk. This is SDA5, but we need to work on SDA. Let's take away what we have. We have the boot volume, which we are not touching because we want to still boot. We have this extended volume. And you'll notice that it covers the remainder of the disk up to the size it was before we were resized. And then we have the LVM volume, which is number 5, which is the one that the LVM volume group is on. So what we're going to do is we're going to set units to S. That means sectors. If I were to print again, now you can see the sector sizes. And we are going to run resize part on partition number 2. because first we have to grow the extended. And we don't have to do math. We do -1s. That means one sector from the end. Now we'll look, and you'll see that that end number has now changed. We now need to resize number 5. Again, -1s. I don't remember the unit. And we quit. Now we'll run PVS. PV resize dev SDA5. And we'll spell it right. And now the 30 gigs we added is available. So once again, -h, LV resize -r, -l plus 100% free. I don't want to type that, so I paste that. And now we can see we have more space. Not a whole lot, but it's better. So there we have resized 2 different types of file systems, and you can see it's fairly simple once you know the magical trick of using parted. I hope this was useful to someone. Thank you.